Week 1, Lecture 3, Reviewing Variables and Expressions. As with any coding language, we can use C# to store or manipulate data. The functions in C# to perform these tasks are variables and expressions. If you've worked with other object-oriented programming languages before, both of these concepts will be familiar to you. C# is very similar to both C++ and JavaScript. Keep in mind, C# ignores extra spacing, also called whitespace, which can make things easier as far as structure, though it is better to stick with some conventions to make it simpler to locate errors. C# uses a series of statements, each ending in a semicolon. Multiple statements make up a block of code. For example, curly bracket, code line 1, statement 1, semicolon, code line 2, statement 2, semicolon, code line 3, statement 3, semicolon, closing bracket. Remember, variables store data. Variables must be declared and given a name. If a variable is not declared, it will not compile. The standard form is type name. C# does not include a method for commenting, but comments can be used either by prefacing a line with /** and closing with *// or you can also use a double // Everything that follows will be part of the comment as long as it is in a single line. For example, /*, this is a comment, */ in the comment, // this is also a comment. Also keep in mind, C# is case sensitive. Transposing a capital letter for a lowercase one will result in a compilation error. Visual Studio will generally offer suggestions to keep things on track. Some types should look familiar, such as Boolean and numbers. In C# there are multiple numeric types to account for the space available to store numbers using variables. The table below details some of these integer types. A sample of code declaration would look like integer, my integer, string, my string. You assign fixed or literal values using the equal operator like this, my integer equal, *5, close quote, semicolon, or my string equal sign, quote mark, backslash, my integer, backslash, quote mark, semicolon. The basic rules for naming variables in C# are: first, characters must be a letter, underscore, or the @ symbol. All of the characters can be letters, numbers, or symbols. Avoid keywords such as variable names to avoid compilation errors. Can you spot the non-valid variable names below? My big var, underscore time, 99 problems, namespace, @ symbol stats, var 5. The answers are at the bottom of the next slide. C# uses operators for dealing with expressions. They can be unary, with a single operand, binary, 2 operands, and ternary, 3 operands. Most expressions will be binary, though in some cases unary will suffice. The operators most used will be. We will work with some of these operators as well as the other concepts mentioned in the assignments going forward.